Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and we're going to go ahead and get into the set. So today we'll be using dual forms because I have stated that on my channel I would like to use dual forms as well. I have used them on myself before, but we're using my niece today as a model because I like longer nails, so a dual form really doesn't work with me. But as you can see on the right side, I did size all of her fingers to the dual forms. So I have that set, and I'm going to do the normal prep that I would do before any nail application. So I start with the cuticle pusher and I lightly push back her cuticles. I then take my e-file and I go around her cuticle with a needle drill bit. Now this particular drill bit is not one that I would normally use, but I misplaced my favorite one. So this one is doing the trick, but I'm just removing any dead skin that may be around the cuticle area. I'm then going to go in with McCart's dehydrator, and I'm just going to place a layer of that on all of the nails. I'm then going to follow that up with McCart's primer and just place a layer of that on all of the nails. And then last but not least, I'm going in with Young Nails Protein Bond, and I do 2 coats of that on the nails. I recently saw that Femi Beauty started using it like this as far as the McCart Dehydrator Primer, and then still the 2 coats of Young Nails Protein Bond. So I just want to see how much strength it gives the nails doing it this way as well. The next step I do is go in with McCart's base coat on a layer of that on all of the nails, and then I have her cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So she did just want a clear set, so we're going to use Savillon's clear, and I bought this a little while back just to kind of try a different clear, being that everyone knows McCart has the clearest clear. I just wanted to use something different. So what I do when I apply my dual forms is I squeeze a bead of polygel into the dual form like so. I take my brush. Well, with clear, I like to use, if I'm doing just clear nails, I like to use base coat as my slip solution because it doesn't distort the clear. So sometimes I feel like if you use alcohol as your slip solution and you're doing a clear set or a glass set, it can change the coloring of the polygel, so it can make it have a yellowish tint or just don't seem as clear with the alcohol. So I do use base coat to try to keep that clarity of the polygel. So as you saw, I just put a layer of base coat over it, and now I'm going to just pat this polygel into the dual form where I want it. Just pat it into place, making sure to make near the cuticle pretty thin, not too thin, but pretty thin. And I also make sure that the entire nail that I'm trying to keep is thick enough so that possibly I don't have to go in with a second coat of polygel, because sometimes with dual forms, what you'll notice is once you get them onto your nails, they feel a little thin, so you can apply another coat of polygel. But when I'm putting mine in the dual form, I initially try to make it thick enough to where I don't have to do that second step. Once I get it how I want in the dual form, I simply place it on the nail that I'm supposed to be putting it on. And with this, you shouldn't have to push down. Once you push that base, put that base coat on your nail, it's like a sticky tacky layer for the polygel to stick to. So once you get that dual form placed like you want it, it's just a matter of placing it on that base coated nail the correct way. And then you can look underneath and see if there's anything you need to smooth out before curing it. You just want to make sure the underside is as smooth as possible with a dual form application. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just smoothing underneath the nail, making sure that everything is smooth there. And then once I'm finished with this, I do just make sure that that nail is placed on her thumb correctly. As you can see, it's not moving or anything because that base coat does help for it to actually stick to the product. So you should never have to squeeze a dual form down. If you do, maybe, I'm not sure, like the base coat is not sticky enough, but it normally does just stay on once you place it on. And then as you see, I use my little Kiara Sky flash lamp there, and I just did a flash cure. So I cured it for about 10 to 15 seconds just to kind of get the dual form to stay in place. And so I'm going to repeat the same process on each nail as far as just placing the polygel in the dual form, thick enough to my liking, making sure it's thin by the cuticle, using that base coat gel as my slip solution to maneuver the polygel. Once it's set, then I do go ahead and place it on the nail. I do make sure nothing is going on the underside, and if so, I smooth that out. And then each time I do use my Kiara Sky Lamp for about 10 to 15 seconds and just flash cure it so that it stays onto the nail. Once I get all of the dual forms applied using the same method, I then have her put her hand in the big lamp for a full 30-second cure. I do hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Happy hump day to you all, and I hope your week has been going well so far. Comment down below and let me know how your week's going, and if you have any upcoming plans for the weekend, I would love to know all about it. So as I was about to apply the dual form to the ring finger, I noticed that the middle finger had lifted up. So I kind of just took that off, and then later I'll go in and just like smooth that polygel back out and then put it back on there, and it does stick then. But I feel like because our nail beds are so small, I was having a little bit of problems with some of them, but the end result is pretty nice, and they are pretty durable, she says, compared to what we've been doing in the past. So we may be doing featured dual form videos with her as well, because she does like this method a lot. At this time, I also want to thank anyone who has taken the time to watch any one of my videos. It is greatly appreciated. And to my subscribers, I love you very much, and I appreciate your support. And just stay tuned because I have so much more for you all. So once I get those dual forms popped off, one of the most satisfying parts of this, but I unfortunately did not record that. I'll record it next time. But I pop them off very easily, and now I'm going in with a nail clipper and just clipping them down to the desired length. We're going to start very short with her to kind of see if we can get those nails underneath to grow so that she can get styles that she likes and everything is more durable for her. And then once I get them clipped down, I do go in with the hand file and just file the sides and just get it shaped up correctly how she wants it. When I was cutting them with the nail clipper, I did notice I didn't have to go in with a second coat of polygel because these nails were pretty thick and durable. So I was happy about the application thus far. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just shape them up now. I then take my e-file, my Melody Susie e-file, and I use a fine grit sanding band, and I just go over the nails. I go around the cuticle with it, and then rough up the surface of that nail just to make everything nice and smooth. And this is a very satisfying part for me. I love using my e-file. I love to smooth things out with it. I don't always show this part, but this is also one of my favorite portions of doing my nails, is once I get to shaping and smoothing everything out. So I will go over each nail, making sure everything is very smooth. Next, I go in and buff up all of the nails. Then I take a lint-free wipe and I just wipe down all of the nails to take off the excess dirt that's there. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. My Instagram handle is Nail Addict She, and there I do post my YouTube tutorial nails, as well as any other nail sets that I do and do not record. Also on Instagram, you can DM me for any recreations you may want to see. So next I'm going in with McCart's Rhinestone glue on her middle finger, and I'm just going to cover that entire nail with the rhinestone glue, and I will be applying rhinestones fully to that nail. Once I get the rhinestones placed onto her nail, she does cure for 30 seconds. I then go in on her thumb around the outer portion of the nail, and I just place the rhinestones on just the outer portion of the nails is what she wanted. And again, once that's set, she does cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. Then I go in with McCart's top coat, and I do top coat all of the nails on the top side and underneath, because when you're doing a clear or glass set, you always want to top coat underneath as well to try to bring out that nail and make it as clear as possible. So next is McCart's cuticle oil stick in the scent of Omanthus, and I will be placing that around her cuticle and rubbing that in to give the set a moisturized effect. And here is the finished product. They came out pretty cute. Dual form application is very easy. Anyone can do it, very beginner friendly. Let me know what you think of the nail set below. And please like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I want to thank you very much for watching today, and much love.